right? Let's develop a need of it. So can you just think in your mind why we are studying this topic, where this is currently being used, and finally how we can implement it. Three questions we will try to address. So first of all, why? Let's try to find out the solution of why. Okay. Now just think on your daily basis where you use mathematical operators. Just give it a thought. Take your time. In the meantime, let's see this image. What is this? This is a shopping cart. This is the snippet that I have taken from say any website or say Amazon, right? So what are this? If you see in our daily basis, we use mathematical operator everywhere. That is a basic fundamental thing that we use it. Now let's see shopping cart. The shopping cart, we can see this is our final price coming up, and this is the quantity. So if I just select one more quantity, so what the price will get changed? If I just two quantity here, the price is now changed and total sub item is this. So basically a basic addition operator and multiplication being happened here. And what additional we can do? You can notice कि if you buy, company runs some schemes for you to give you better schemes कि भाई if you buy three items 30% off, 30% off, two items 20% off, one item 10% off. So how they calculate? First they need to see overall cart, then they have some condition, right? If some item, sum of items, see condition क्या है? If sum of items, total number of items is greater than 3 or greater than 3, then what we need to do? We need to give 30% discount. So now there is two funda that is involved. One, we need to check the condition that we will see in the upcoming session, how we can apply conditions, and after that condition we need to apply a discount. So now need is clear. What we need to do? This mathematical operations we need to use, and some other operation we need to do based on the condition. Now this is one example where we can use Amazon website. Think of some different websites where we use some type of operators. Think in your mind. चलो. So let me just tell you few examples. Say maybe when you are booking the flight ticket,
खाली जायचं
there it is needed.
पण असं फालतू चंद्रमित्र
Right?
बघून फायदा काय
When
असतो?
you are booking a train ticket, movie ticket, right? Anything
ती
else
काय बघणार
that is
नाही
coming into your mind?
कोणाच्या नादी लागतो आपलं मेल तरी
So
तसंच
maybe
असणार आहे यांच्या
some
आयुष्यात
website, different website, bus tickets, red bus website is there. So everywhere, if you just now you must be thinking something else. You must have observed one thing. These are fundamentals that should be applied, right? So this is a fundamental thing that we need to use. So now let's see how many mathematical operators do we have. Okay.
पण मी तू काय चंद्रबिंद्र दाखवते
So we types of operators we have.
हे सगळे फालतू लोकांची काम आहे चंद्रबिंद. आपण चंद्रचूत बघितलं, तू बघितलं म्हणजे बघायचं
You
म्हणून.
must have been heard about
हे तो पिक्चर आठवतो
the
तुला आम्ही
basic thing
चंद्र
addition
बघायला.
we need,
हे ऐक ना,
and then the subtraction,
अगं नाही का ढग आलते बघ आम्ही.
very basic.
ऐकलं तो पिक्चर
Everyone
म्हणजे
must
ढग
have
आलते बघ.
done this.
ते हेलिकॉप्टर घेते साहेब. ऐकलं चंद्र बघायचा असतो तुला, ते हेलिकॉप्टर उडवते साहेब. वर जाऊन चंद्र बघ.
And then we
आणि
have
मग परत
something
खाली.
called modulo operator.
ते पण त्याने पिक्चर मध्ये जरा ग्रॅमर आणण्यासाठी चांगलं आहे. मग काय फायदा नाही चंद्र बघ.
And
आणि एक लहान मुलगा
exponential
नाही नाही आहे ना.
operator. Okay. So now everyone knows how to declare a variable. If I want to do is apply this operator. So what is the syntax? This is the symbol.
नाही नाही ते एकदम मजदूर लोक ना आम्ही.
Multiplication, modulo, percentage, and exponential double stuff. ठीक है?
कंपनीच्या
Now
लॉस
let's
मध्ये
move on to our coding
पैसे तर कोण
interface.
कमवत नाही.
ठीक है? And let's see. This is the last thing that we have done.
अगं सगळ्यात गरीब लेवलचा माणूस आहे ना तो फक्त पैसे कमावतो. त्याच्या वरच्या लेवलचा इन्फ्लुएन्स करायला जातो. त्याच्या वरचा लेवलचा
10. I have created one variable. B equals 20.
आता मग
I have two variables now. So I need to apply a mathematical operator on it. So as you know, A
चर्चा नाही आपण
contains 10,
बनणार ना, मी बनणार
B
ना.
contains 20.
आता अंबानी कुंभमेळ्यात का जातो, इन्फ्लुएन्स वाढवायचा जातोय लोकांवर त्याचा.
A
त्याचा आता आपलं जात
B.
नाही मी कुठं, त्याचा प्युअर बिझनेस मध्येच राहायचं मी, त्याला इन्फ्लुएन्स द्यायचंच नाही कोणाला.
30.
ना त्याला कुठल्या गव्हर्नमेंट ऑफिसर सोबत फोटो काढलाय साहेब त्याने, नाही कसं. टाटा ग्रुप,
So this is connecting to the kernel.
टाटा ग्रुप वाले कधीच गव्हर्नमेंट ऑफिसर सोबत पण फोटो देत नाहीत सर.
Whenever the first time we run the code,
तर
it
एकदम
takes
प्युअरली
time.
बिझनेस पण अप्रोच ठेवलाय त्याने, की आपल्याला एकदम प्रोफेशनली वागायचे ना. तो कधी मुख्यमंत्र्याच्या भेटीला जातो ना करतो याला. हा, हे सगळे फालतूक लोकांची धंदे असतात साहेब. काम कमी आणि बोंबलणे जास्त आहे. हा, टाटाची एक वेगळी टीम असेल मी मला वाटतंय, कोर टीम ग. मी एकदम हुशार लोकांच्या ना, तो 10-20 लाख पगार देत असं. हे टीसीएस फक्त त्याची दाखवायची दात असतील त्या कोर टीमच्या जीवावर तर एवढं चालत असेल ते. त्या लोकांना तो पगार थोडी कमी देणार आहे.
Now it's connected. Now let's run it. Simple basic addition operator. Now see, if you are maintaining a Google Colab file, what you can do, you can add a text cell here, text cell, right? Learning basic mathematical operators in Python, and you can do it. Okay, select the text, do bold, increase the font size. You can see the demo, it's coming here, and let's do it. So this will give a beautiful message here to you, so that you can maintain your, organize your notebook when you are doing the revision part. That will be very helpful for you. Now let's give another text. Okay, now this shift enter, do shift enter, it will move on to the next cell. So now what is the very interesting part? If we apply this plus operator on integer variable, then it gives us the sum. But the same thing if I apply on strings, let's see, Himanshu,
I love you. I love you too. You love me?
Sharma.
4 man.
Okay. If I do print a plus b, now what it will do?
आज तुला
additional space here.
कळस केला मी डबल महिन्यात.
It will merge two strings.
कळस असतो ना डबल महिन्यात.
So now you know, if I
माझे मराठी थापलेच जात नव्हते, म्हणजे लाटले जात होते का.
then it will concatenate each other. So we call it as a concatenation. Let's come back here. If we have two number 8
आपण
and
माझे कोणातच नव्हते साहेब.
B20, if I do simple print
अरे जर
8
खाली
plus
लाटलं
B,
असतं तर
then it will perform an addition. And if I have some
नाही चिटकत
string,
नव्हतं साहेब, ते कागदावरनं काढलं ना साहेब मी. मला वाटतं सोडा जास्ती झाला बेकिंग पावडर बेकिंग सोडा ते जास्ती फुलले.
A and B. Now if I do this
अगं ते
thing,
काय झालं
then
माहितीये
A
का,
plus
त्या
B,
रणवीर 2 चमचे रवा टाकला
it
पिठामध्ये,
will do
कडक पण होती त्यामुळे.
concatenation.
हा त्यामुळे लाटले जात नव्हते का.
So this is the way an addition operator we can use.
हा पीठच पातळ
Okay.
झालं.
Now let's move forward to the next one. Okay. Next one is very interesting one. Now let's see. Actually, let's before moving on to the next one, let's quickly finish
अगं तर
subtraction, multiplication at one go. Subtraction and multiplication. Same funda. Same funda as that we have implemented for this. Let's quickly see it. Okay. Now let's come here. Let's do subtraction. Let's create one more string. C equals 20. D equals to 10. Print C minus D. Simple. 10. 20 minus 10. And you can do it in another way. What you can do? Perform this operation on some variable. Say E equals to C minus D. So whatever the result that being computed after doing subtraction of D from C will be stored into variable E. And what is the advantage of doing it? Can you think? Instead of storing the data, instead of directly printing the result, if I want to store it, what is the advantage of it? Think. Give it a shot. Think. What is the, so let's say this is an approach 1. Approach 1. And so I will print E here. And let's say this is an approach 2. Is approach 1 is better or approach 2 is better? Think. Where we are here we are doing? We are doing a subtraction of a number C minus D, storing it to the another variable, the result, and then printing it. Another approach, directly doing the subtraction and showing it. Okay, now I think you must have been given a thought. Result will be same for this two, 10, 10 it will come. So the difference is when you are working in a very big project, and if you want to use the result of the earlier computation at some later point of time, okay, then that result you want it to be stored somewhere. So then you need a approach 1, because the result that you have computed earlier, now you want to give an increment on that. So basically let's understand with the help of example. If you are a manager, okay, if you are a manager and you gave some decrement to employee X, you have given some decrement, okay, say you have reduced the salary by 1000. So earlier the salary was 20,000 minus 1,000 you had done. So what is the current salary of 19,000? And after 3 months you realize that, yeah, let's give a 10% hike to this employee. So this 19,000 result should be stored somewhere. So you will store it in an updated salary. and to this updated salary you will give a 10% hike. So now you develop a need. Approach 1, when you need to store that result to use it earlier, or what is the thing that you want to see. You want only to see they are, if I have 10 employees, if you have 10 employees, if I do a decrement of 10% to everyone,
Aviation
what should be the
EBCD.
range everyone is falling into. You just want to look into the data, then approach 2 is better, because you just want to
Alpha
have a
Bravo
view
Charlie
of it,
Delta
you don't want to
Echo
store it anywhere. So now you have
Gold
idea which
Hotel
approach you can use,
India Julia
right?
Lo Lima
And simply let's see,
November Oscar Papa
this is subtraction, same thing we can
Syria
do for multiplication.
Tango
Say let's we are
Uniform
doing train, C multiply by D, 200. Fine. So 10 multiplied by 20, it gives us 200. So we have seen subtraction also. And what is that I am doing here? I am writing hash here and writing some text.
Tang tang
But if I
tang
don't write
tang
hash here,
tang tang.
see, it will give me error. Take a, what is subtraction? I don't know. I do not know. So this is called as comments in Python. So if you are a programmer, you want to explain your code, what
Alpha
you are writing in
Bravo
your code
Charlie
to your
Delta
developer friend or to your
Echo
manager. You want to give comments. So to give comments in Python, you need to add hash in front of it. And now whatever I will write here, subtraction demo. So it will, compiler will close its eyes and say, okay, oh, this is your comment, I am ignoring it. So whatever we write after hash, compiler will ignore it. So even if I write
कितना बना रहे
hash in front of it, it will ignore it. See, it did not print anything. So these are called comments in Python. Okay, I hope this funda is clear to everyone. See, now what happened? It gave me an indentation error. You need to be very careful in Python when you are handling such type of things. Indentation and error is a very important error. We'll be discussing this in very detail in the upcoming session, how an indentation error comes and why it is there in the Python. Okay, so how to handle this? There should not be space anywhere. Now it will work. If you give an unnecessary space thinking, yeah, let let it be aesthetically cool, so it will not work in Python. Okay, you need to be very precise when you are giving any spacing. So till this point I think everything should be clear to you. Let's move forward. So let's see our another, let's develop a need of something else, right? So we have seen here subtraction and multiplication.
ज्यादा अच्छा होता है सेहत के लिए सोडियम खाओ जंजा
Okay, now let's develop a need of modulus. Let's not say any operator, let's see. So imagine you are taking an interview, say these are, yes, can I copy it and paste it again? Yes, very nice. Select it, keep it here, again copy it, paste it here, let's keep it. Okay, let's develop a need of something else. So you are taking, you are a interviewer, okay, you are a manager of the company. You went to the hiring to some campus, say hiring the employees in the campus. So as you all must be aware of thing that in the company whenever we do the hiring, there is not fixed number of panel. There can be a different panel, right? It is not necessary that for to your interview will go into some X panel only, right? So panel A, panel B, panel C, and panel D. So tell me, if I have some students sitting here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 employees are 10 students are there. They want to get interviewed. So what they will do, the first student we will send it to the panel number A 1. Okay. Second student we will send it to panel number 2. Panel number this panel number 4. Okay. Now fifth one should go into which panel according to you? So if every panel is being interviewing one student, the student they are having, so fifth one should go into which panel? Think. Ideally, if someone is full, the fifth one should go here, sixth one go should here, seventh here, and eighth here. So this is a proper equal distribution that we are doing. So we are not making very big queue at one place and other small queue at another place. So we are equally distributing at one place, right? So did you observe this kind
beyond
of
that
queue
point, people
where
are
we can have,
living with that.
see, think any real life scenario. Think you are going to the railway station, you want to buy a ticket, every line has some queue.
माझं
If it
होईल
is
ना
following
सेल्फ
equal
रायटर
equal
लेवल्स
distribution,
मस्त
then every
स्वीट टूथ
counter
नाही
will
मी
get
शुगर कोटेड आहे
faster response, right?
एकदम साखरेतून
So yes,
पाकात
so to
तोडायचं
achieve this, do we
कॉर्पोरेट
have
मध्ये
any
पहिलं
operator?
घरात 2 किलो साखर रोळून जायची तिथं रोळायला
To achieve this, do we have
नाही
any
शुगर
operator?
कोटेड आहे सगळं लय फेक कल्चर आहे
Think
सगळं फेकच तिथं कोण
can
कोणचं
by
नाही
addition can you
तिथं
achieve
ते
it?
कोण
1, 2,
नाही
3,
कोणचा
4.
डाळवा तुमचा
How you can achieve with some addition operator, subtraction operator, multiplication? Can you achieve this? I guess the answer can be very typical way of implementing if we go for any this above the operator that we have discussed. So we have one operator called modulo operator. Modulo operator. That will solve our purpose. So now let's see how. So if I have some number a, if I divide, so basically I'm saying dividing because a mod b, whatever the remainder that I will get will be my answer. Remainder. Okay, I think we have not discussed the division operator. Let's quickly see. Division operator will be simply like this: a mod b, a slash. So we will use simply slash. Okay, let's quickly see how my division operator will work. Okay. So if I have 10, so let's say a1 10, b1 5. So if I do print a1 mod b1, so it should give me, if I am dividing it, it should give me a quotient 2.0, right? It is giving me a quotient, not remainder. But if I want to have a remainder, then I will use modulus operator. So tell me, if 10 divides 5 divides 10 will leave remainder what? 0, right? 0. So now let's see how this modulo actually works. So now you know, say a divide b give me quotient as an answer, and it will give me a remainder. Okay, and now let's see how it will solve our purpose. So now we know that we have 4 panels, right? 1 mod 4. If 4 divided by 1, okay, so here we will not take the decimal part. Okay, so we will simply write 0 here because we do not have number. 4 is greater than 1, so remainder will be 1 only. So if a number is smaller, if this number is smaller than the quotient, sorry, that divisor, right? We are dividing it now. So if 4 is smaller than 1, the remainder will be that number only. Okay? If that is greater than 1, that is greater than this number or equal to, then we will take remainder as it is. Let's see some examples for better clarity. So if you are doing 1 for this, the remainder will be 1. 2 mod 4, remainder will be 2. It will be 1. 3 mod 4, remainder will be 3 because it's smaller than this. Now 4 percentage 4, it will leave remainder 0. 4 divided by 4 will leave remainder 0. Okay? So interviewer, the student 1, 4 from 4 panels will go to the 1 panel. Student 2 will go to the panel number 2. Student 3 will go to the panel number 3. Student 4 will go to the panel number 4. Right? Student 5, when divided by this, leaves remainder 1. 4 ones 4, remainder 1. So we need not to do perfectly divide. We will only take the integer part. Fine. So integer part is this only, that. So 5 will go to this, 6 will go to 2, 7 will go to 3, and 8 will go to 0. Remainder is 0. Now we will, when we will be doing the coding part, we will map it like this way, that for if it is getting 1, give it to A. If it's getting 2, give it to B. If it's getting 3, give it to C. If it's getting 0, give it to 4. If it's getting 0, give it to 4. So this way we will do the mapping. I think this must be clear to you. Okay? If not, just go back and see the recording again from that part. So you can see we are only focusing on the remainder part. 1 again 1, remainder 1, 5 will go to this. 2, this is 2, again 2, mapping 2, say at the same position, same panel. So the pattern is now being followed. So modulo operator is helping us to achieve this functionality. So it is very important. Now let's see. This is the one example that we have seen of interview panel. Interview panel. Okay. Now let's see what are the other applications. ये तो एक application होगी, right? What are the other application we have? Other application, let's see. Say I have an image for you. Let me show it to you, so that maybe you can visualize things. Now let's see this image. Let's see this one. Okay. Now look into this image. Spend 1 minute. Okay, take your time, and then I will answer it further. What is this image? Don't just get scared of it. Okay? If you do not know anything, don't worry. I am here to explain it. Take your time. Okay, now let's discuss it. So it is saying I want to visit some website. I am sending you a request, right? So basically, when you open any Facebook, any application, WhatsApp, so it gets downloaded, your data is there na. But if you just close your internet, then it will not work. So basically, when you switch on your internet, so you get some data from some computer, then only it will work. Without internet, did you get the message on WhatsApp? The answer is no, right? So similarly, how this requests are being entertained. So this is your browser, you are a client, this is your web servers are there. So whenever you switch on your internet, a request is sent to some PC that your data should be given to you. And see, each server has their own capacity, right? So depending upon the capacity, we allocate this request. So this is the real life funda, how to manage the server. We will distribute the request according to the number of server modulo by the request. So this way we will ensure the equal distribution is being happening so that it can run fast. Don't worry if this example is little bit complicated, can be complicated for you if you don't have any insight, but if you are able to understand 20% of it, so mota mota if you can get the idea ki yaar I have say 10 server, I want to distribute my load, so this way I can do it. So modulo operator will help me to equally distribute it, right? This funda is clear to you, right? So now let's move forward and let's see one more operator that we have, that is exponential operator. Okay, so what is the syntax of it? Double stack. Okay, now let's go to our platform. Okay, so if I do print 2 exponential operator by 3, it is giving me 8. So what it is? 2 to the power 3, right? So the left one will be a number and 3 will be going to the power part. Okay, let's see. Print 10 to the power 2. What will be our answer? It should be 100, right? And if I do reverse order, print 2 to the power 10, it will give you, any guesses? 1024, right? So whatever you write in the left will be as a base, and whatever you will write on the right, it will be go into the power part. Okay, let's write it down. If I write a exponential b, so this means a to the power b. If I write b exponential a, it will be b to the power a. Is this funda clear to you? I hope you don't have any doubts. Okay, we have whatever we, let's summarize it what we have discussed. We have developed a need of operators, right? Then we have seen types of operators, what are the operators we have performed. See how we have seen two approaches, approach 1 and approach 2. Then we can see what is the purpose of such operators, modular operators. Then we've seen some example, a real life example in the interview panel. We have seen one more example that actually we use in industry, and then we have seen exponential operator, right? I hope this part is clear to everyone. Okay, now I think there is no doubt. Let's see one more thing. Another thing that we will see is our comparison operator. Our comparison operator. Fine. So now let's see, where do we need a need of comparison. So whenever we are studying any topic, we will develop a need of it, right? So need. Okay, you must have noticed one thing. When you say login into any website, they say your password length should be greater than 8, right? So there is a need of greater than. It should not be less than 10. Password should be greater or equal to 8. 8 से greater or it should be equal to 8. ठीक है, less than or equal to less than, right? So we have some operator, or your user ID that you enter is double equals, means it should be equal to what have been stored in the database, right? It should be equal that what have been stored in the database. So it is the user ID that you will enter, and it should match with the existing user ID. Then only you will be able to successfully log in. So this is the equality operator that you need to follow. And then less than should not equal to. So we have some operator, it's a greater than, less than, greater than. Up, see, let's understand this thing. It's greater or equals, it less than or equals. This means LHS should be equal to RHS. ठीक है, इक्वल होना चाहिए. In this, LHS should not be equal to RHS. ठीक है, fine. So now let's do one thing. See, one more thing. If we are doing the comparison, what thing that we need to take care of? Let's understand by this image. Let's see this image. What we are doing? We are comparing a boy with a boy only, right? Or a human with the human. Are we comparing boy with some animal? No, right? So whenever we are doing comparison, so that if you are comparing integer, so it should be compared with the integer. If you are comparing with the string, it should be compared with the string. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. We are comparing some different type of thing with different type of thing, right? So this we need to take care of, that we should follow a data type properly. Fine. So now let's see, this need is clear to you. Now let's see some coding part, how we can implement it. Okay, our runtime environment is disconnected, don't worry, let's reconnect it again. It's getting connected. Okay, now let's do, if a is, so let's say a2 is 90, b2 is 90, and I want to check if, okay, let's forget about it, print a2 is greater than 9 b2. Is a2 is greater than b2? No, so it should return false. It is printing false. But if I change the value from 90 to 9, so then it is greater than 9. 90 is greater than 9, so it will return true. True. So now let's check for greater or equals. ठीक है, 90 is greater than 90? No, but 90 is equals to 90, right? So it will give me true now, right? Same for less than, right? So this part is gone. A2 greater, greater the less than, this is clear. Now check for equality operator. Both sides should be equal, right? True a2 should be equal to a2. If we change the value here, now if we compare the sides, So now it is returning false, right? Means 90 is not equals to 97. But if I want it should not be equal to, then I will use this not equals to operator. 90 is not equal to 97, so it is returning true. We actually want this only na कि अगर दो sides are not equal then only return true. For that we have not equals to operator. So we have seen different types of operator. I hope this part is clear to everyone. If you have two conditions, so if you want to have follow two conditions, that two conditions should be true. The one condition is a2 should not be equal to b2, that is fine. If you want to that this should be true, and let's say c2 67 and d2 90, ठीक है, and c2 should be less than equal to less than d2. So now what you want कि this condition should be true and this condition should be true. So if the both condition will be true, then my answer will come out to be true. But if my this condition will become false, so my answer will become false. Okay, so we have this, we call it as a logical operator. Let's quickly see it. What is logical operator? Logical, when we want to apply two or more conditions, and means and will have four cases. True if left condition is true, right condition is true, so overall answer will be true. If left condition is true, right condition is false, answer will be false. If left is false, right is true, answer will be false. If false, false will be false. This is my AND condition. Whatever OR condition, or will say any one of the condition is true, let it go. True, true, true. True, false, true. False, true, true. If both are false, then only say false. Okay? Now let's do the activity. Now you can start your activity now. Welcome students to our problem discussion class. So you must have been watched a mathematical operators video. So now you understood what is mathematical operators, and we have seen some questions also in the end of the session. So now we will discuss the solution of that question. So now let's see the questions. So our first question was, which of the following is an arithmetic operator? ठीक है, this is an arithmetic operator in Python. This is our arithmetical operator, right? We have seen, right? This is our comparison, or we can say multiple condition, or what we call it as a logical operator. This is our logical operator, right? This is our arithmetic operator. This is our assignment operator. What we do, when we declare any variable, we say na a is equal to 10. So we are assigning 10 to a with the help of this operator. So this is an assignment operator, and this is also a logical operator. How we can use this not operator? If I want some of my result is coming out to be true, so a is equals to b. So if my result is coming out to be true, and I want to convert this result again into someone, so then this not of this true will be false. So this is an adding one more functionality to it. Okay, so this is our logical operator, logical assignment logical. So this is our arithmetic operator. Answer is B. Fine. Let's move on to another question. What is the output of the following code? I hope some might have not be able to do this. Okay, because this must be something where what is this? This is, don't scare of this thing. This is our floor division. Floor division. So if I have some number 10, right? 10, this is floor division by 3. So if I say what will be our question, normally it will be 3.33, right? But we are saying what is floor. Dekho, we have a ceiling in our house. This is fan. This is floor. Ceiling and floor. So if my result is coming out to 3.33, right? So let's take the floor value of it. What is the floor? This is 3, this is 4. In between the result is there. So let's take the floor value. So our floor value will be 3. So this will be our answer. Right? I hope no one has any doubt in this part. Okay. Now let's move forward. Which operator is used for checking the equality in Python? Straightforward. This operator. This is assignment. This is not equals. This is greater than. Right? Simple question. What does the operator in Python do? Exponential operator, right? Raises a number to the power of another, right? If I write 2 like this, it means 2 to the power 3. It's very simple, right? Performs multiplication? No. Division? No. Check if the two numbers are equal? No. Simple. What will be the result of the following code? If A is equals to 5, B equals to 2, A is greater than B. Is A greater than B? Yes, it is greater than B. True. Is A is less than 10? Yes, A is less than 10. So means both condition comes out to be true. So output should be true. Right? Simple. Anyone is having any doubt, don't worry on that part. That will be taken care of. But I assume that we have discussed the question thoroughly. You must not be having any doubt in this regard. Okay, so now let's do one thing. If you don't have any doubts and everything you have understood perfectly, so we have framed some more questions for you. So now you can see some more question must be coming up on your screen. Try to solve it. I'm waiting for you to solve it. I hope you must be able to solve the questions. Okay, now let's move forward. Welcome students to our doubt resolution class. So in the last few classes we have covered conditional statement, if part, and multiple topics that we have covered, and we have seen the revision video, the problem discussion also. But there can be still a case that you must be having some doubts. To resolve that doubts, we have our IA onboarded, so they will help you to clarify your doubts further. So now you can type your doubts in the chat box. The IA will answer your doubts. Okay. So now let's see. You can write your questions and answers. You get your answers. Welcome students to our another session of Python. Today we will be learning conditional statements. What are conditional statements in Python? We will see, and why do we need it? First we will try to understand it. Right? So let's begin our session. Now let's see, whenever we are studying any topic, the first thing we should ask, why this topic, right? Why this topic, what is the need, and how we will be doing it. Fine. So now let's understand why conditional statement, and what is the need. Okay, let's try to address this thing together. Just start thinking, in your house, how many automatic appliances are there? Think, what are the automatic appliances are there in your house that works with the automation? Okay, so now I'm giving you some hints. Everyone must have heard about automatic washing machine, and one is fully automatic washing machine. What is this fully automatic washing machine? So there is something called, for first 30 minutes it will do washing of clothes with detergent. Then automatically after 30 minutes, for 10 minutes it will do washing with plain water. Then finally 10 minutes of spinning, right? So it is saying, for first 30 minutes, if timer is not 30 minutes, if time is between starting time minus ending time is still inside the 30 minutes, then do washing. Else, again देखो, else, again one condition, if now timer remains between this condition, then do washing with water. Finally, else, if washing is done with detergent, without detergent, then do the spinning part. So now you can see there is a condition attached to it, right? This is one example. Can anyone tell me any other example? Think. Hmm. So Alexa, right? You must be having Alexa at your home, or maybe not. But can you say how Alexa works? If I say, Alexa, do this job. So basically, if I say, if I say, right, then only it will do the task. If I say Alexa, then it will hear my condition, then it will do the task. Yes. So again, there is one condition attached to it. What is that condition? If I say Alexa. Getting my point? Else, if I don't say, it will do nothing. Fine. So now let's understand what are conditional statements. We have now developed a need. Now we have developed a need. What is the need of it? And where we are already using it. If you see any device, smartphone, if the alarm is 30, like you set an alarm in the morning, if the alarm time is at 6 a.m., then ring the bell. If time reaches that, there is also condition. If you open any website, if the login is successful, then you should enter the website. If you're logging into your Instagram account, if user ID is matched, if password is matched, with the database, then you are allowed to go inside. So if you just start thinking now, everywhere there is some condition. So what is the case? The condition can be true and the condition can be a false. Okay, now let's move forward and see this. Okay, just a second. Give me 1 second. Yes. So now let's see. We have an if condition, right? We want some condition to be enforced and we want to see how the condition flow works. So if you want if, so now let's learn the syntax of it. Syntax. What you want? You want if 5 is greater than 3. Now what you need to learn here one thing. Then you need to press colon. This is our syntax. This will remain as it is. This bracket will remain as it is. And this colon will be there. This is our syntax and we cannot change it. This part here will be our condition. We can enter our any condition. And one more thing that you need to see, when you press enter, this is the same symbol of enter. Okay. When you press enter here, my cursor will you land you here. Okay. Let's see how we can. Okay. So this is my writer. I am writing the code here. So in Python we have some imaginary border, imaginary boundaries. How that imaginary boundary works? Like this way. Means like this. What is this? Now let's try to understand. This line I have drawn you so that you can get better understanding of it. Okay. Now let's try to get the understanding. This is a space. If I write something just below if, that will be considered as outside if. Means if my this condition is not set, देखो अब if I am writing something 5 is greater than 3, if this is true, अगर this condition is true, I want to do task 1. If my condition is false, I want to do task 2. So I want to assign two tasks to it. Task 1 will condition will be true, task 2 condition will be false. So if I want, if this condition is true, do that task. So what I will do, I will have imaginary boundary. Don't worry on that part how it will come. Just there will be one space between it, and whatever now I will write inside this, that will be considered as my task 1. And whatever I will write just below this, if, okay, this part, this is called as, okay, now this condition is getting false, so I will write else. This condition is getting false, means if condition is true, do task 1. If condition is getting false, again do task 2. Now again we have imaginary boundary for else. So this we will write at task 2. Just a second. This is our task 2. Okay, just give me 1 second. Something just happened with the pen. Okay, now let's see it. This is our task 2. Fine. So means in else part, in else part, if this condition holds true, then I will do my task 1. If my this condition holds false, then I will do task 2. So there is one imaginary boundary that we have seen here. This is going on, right? So this is basically for if there is some boundary, for else there is some boundary. What is the this? If I write something in this outer line, so that will be considered as, say, normal code. So there can be condition now. Dekho, if I have some condition, if condition holds true, then do task 1. If condition holds false, then do task 2. If nothing, just go on, move on to the next part of the lines of the code. So this is our normal code. This has no relation with if and else. This has no relation with the condition. So this imaginary boundary that we need to draw. Let's do one thing. Let's quickly see our code. Okay, now let's see. This is our conditional statement, right? Now let's see how we can do it. If 5 is greater than 4, ठीक है, 5 is greater than 4, ठीक है, and 5 is greater than 4, then when I press enter, it automatically took the space, right? So let's print one statement. I am inside the if condition, right? And now let's again write something. Let's see again, there we have an imaginary boundary, right? Print welcome to the if condition. Okay, these two conditions are inside the if part. Now let's write else. Again there is an imaginary boundary. Welcome, print welcome, I am from inside the else condition. This is also a part of else condition. Fine. And finally, now I am writing just below this line, print normal code resumes from here. Means it has no relation from if and else. Now let's try to run it. Okay, what will be our output? If 5 is greater than 4 means this condition holds true. If true, then this condition. If false, then these conditions. Now let's check it out. I am inside the if condition. Welcome to the if condition. Normal code resumes from here, right? Now let's let's false the condition. 5 is less than 4. No. Now this time we will enter into the else part. Welcome, I am from inside the else condition. This is also a part of else condition. So this is our normal code resumes. So one thing you have noticed, normal code resumes will always be there because this is the outside these two conditions. So this is called an indentation in the Python, this spacing. And see, if I don't write colon here and press enter, now automatically it will be start from the below only. But if I write colon and then press enter, it automatically took the spacing. So you need not to worry on that part how to adjust the spacing. You just need to enter the colon right. Fine. I hope this is clear to you. Right. Now see, if I have some statement like this, I need to have multiple condition. Now let's see how we can have multiple conditions. Now let's come back to our this screen. Okay. If you okay, now let's see the example here only. Mm, let me show here only. Okay. Let's see with the help of code only. Then we will be having better clarity. Right. Now you say if say rain is equal to true. ठीक है. I made one variable that is rain. ठीक है. Rain condition is true. If there is a rain outside, then I cannot go to play. But if there is no rain outside, then I will check whether there is a sunny day or not. Sunny equals to true. ठीक है. Now let's see. Now we have two conditions to play. One condition, if there is no rain outside. If rain is equal to, see, if rain is double equals to say false. अगर there is no rain outside, ठीक है. if you are saying there is no rain outside, अभी क्या है बाहर, today is raining day. If there is no rain, then print you can go to play. Right. अब again else, if देखो else के साथ I want to add one more condition. In earlier I only wrote else, so means if there is a condition true, do this task, condition false, do another task. But now if my condition is getting false, now I want to check another condition, so that is there we use elif. Else or if का combination we known as elif. Now if sunny day, ठीक है, if there is no rain outside but there should be sunny day, ठीक है, there should be sunny day. Now print okay, no raining outside and there is sunny day, so you are allowed to play. ठीक है. Finally if this condition also becomes false, the final else, print no, you cannot go to play as there is no rain but also not a sunny day. Now let's understand this. If rain, what is the value of rain? Rain is true. True is double equals to false. No, means this condition will be false. अगर this condition has become false, so we will go to the else part. For else में we have one more condition to check. What is our another condition? Is sunny is equal to true? Means what is sunny? Sunny contains true. True is equal to true. Yes. So okay, no raining outside and there is sunny day, so you are allowed to play. Finally, okay, now let's try to run it. Okay, no raining outside and there is sunny day, so you are allowed to play because this condition holds true. So one of these three conditions will run at a time. Either this can be true, either this can be true, either this can be true, right? So now assume there is no sunny day. Let's make it false. So now what it will run? Think what it will run.
आज काही तुझ्यात इंटरेस्टिंग नाही का क्लास मध्ये
It will run else part, this last part. No, you cannot go to play as there is no rain but also not a sunny day. Did you get this point? Anyone is having any type of doubt? So this is called as nested if के अंदर एक और if condition. And what if I write, ठीक है? So this is, we can combine multiple condition also here. If rainy, and how we can just write this thing in another way. Let's copy this. Let's paste this. And we can combine this condition like this also. And this. See, if rain is equals to true, ठीक है, if rain equals to false and sunny is equals to true, if this both condition true, then you are allowed to pay. So see, same thing we have achieved. This we achieved with the if elif part, nested if part, and with the logical and operator. Okay? So I hope whatever we have discussed today in the class, the condition part is very much clear to you. If the condition part is true, then only we execute that part, else we go into the next task 2. If that part is also not true, then we go finally in the later part of true. So if my if part, either we can execute if or else, only one of the two will be executed, and finally we will go to the next line in what is elif multiple if conditions, right? So we have seen and how we can achieve that same thing with the help of logical and or logical or operators, right? So now on your screen you will be having some questions. Try to solve that questions based on the topics that we have studied in the class. Try to solve it. I am here only. I hope all the question looks very familiar with you that we have discussed in the class. Okay, now let's move forward. Welcome students to our another session of problem discussion class. Here we will be discussing the problem that you have been given after the class of conditional statements. So now let's see the problems and try to see what are the answers. So first question is, what is the correct syntax of for an if statement in the Python? Right? So we have seen we cannot use this part is false, right? Because we don't write then. Again part B, that is right, we write a colon here. We don't write this bracket in the Python, and we do not write like this. So what is our right answer? Right answer will be part number B, right? Let's move forward. What will be the output of the following code? X equals to 10 if x is less than 5. 10 is less than 5, is it true or false? 10 is less than 5, no, it's a false. Okay, so we will go into else part. What is our else part? Greater or equal to 5. It will print greater or equal to 5, right? Simple question, very simple. What is the purpose of elif statement? Let's read every line. It checks an alternate condition when the if condition is false. Yes. It ends the if block. No. It is used to repeat the block of code. No. It declares new variable. No. So it checks an alternate condition when if first condition is getting false. Right? This part is true. Right? No doubts, right? Very simple. We have discussed the detailed example in the class also. Let's see this question. What will be the result of the following code? If x is greater than 10, 8 is greater than 10, no, it is false. So we will go into the else part. If 8 is equal to 8, yes, 8 is equal to 8, bingo. We got the condition true here only. So our output will be B. Very simple, right? I think no doubts in this part. Very straightforward question. Which of the following is correct about nested if statement in the if and in Python? They are not allowed in Python. ये तो कुछ भी no. They can only be used with else. No, we can still use if condition, only if condition also. If we will write the condition, or else we will not write the else part, and with the normal code will run. Okay, we can still do this. And if statement can be placed inside another if statement. Yes, this condition is true. An if statement can be placed inside the okay, just a second, my highlighter is dancing. So this is our true answer. Okay, let me quickly show you how we can do it. Okay, so now let's see. If I write if 5 is greater than 3, then write again if condition. If 5 is greater than 2, then we can print yo-yo. Okay, 5 is greater than 3, yes. 5 is greater than 2, yes. Both are true, then it will print yo-yo. So you can see, did I use else part? No. Did I use multiple if ke andar if? Yes. So both are true. So that says our answer is C. Right? If statement can be placed inside another if statement, that we have seen. They can only be used with else. No, we have seen it can work that way also. So now we have framed some more question for you for the better practice. Now that question will be displayed on your screen. Now try to solve that. I hope after discussing this solution you must be able to solve that. Take your time.
मीडियम ना. अरे
Okay, I hope you must be able to solve these questions. The questions will be very similar to the question that we have discussed in the class and the problem that we have discussed. Okay, now let's move forward. Welcome students to our doubt resolution class. So in the last few classes we have covered the conditional statement, if part, and multiple topics that we have covered, and we have seen the revision video, the problem discussion also. But there can be still a case that you must be having some doubts. To resolve that doubts, we have our IA onboarded, so they will help you to clarify your doubts further. So now you can type your doubts in the chat box. The IA will answer your doubts. Okay. So now let's see. You can write your questions and answers. You get your answers.
काय संपलं. असतं ना मग असतं ना. लाईट बंद करायचं होऊ शकत नाही काय. डोळ्यात जाते माझ्या फक्त उष्णतेवर काय परिणाम होत नाही पण डोळ्यात जाते माझ्या. दिले आता हा? आवाज रेकॉर्ड कसं काय होतंय ते बघतो ना. सिर्फ डेस्कटॉप ऑडियो बोला था मैंने.